And so even when main roads improve, it's those secondary roads, the side streets, the neighborhoods, the parking lots. It's going to take a while until all of those areas are ice free. And until that happens, the kids won't be going to school. So we're going to watch that closely as the week goes on. We're going to take it day by day. At least this is happening on a Sunday, so kids hopefully have had a chance to get out and enjoy it. It's not as fun now, I'll tell you, because it's coming down like sleet, little ice pellets that are just pelting you in the face. They're blowing in the wind. And so I know it looks like purple on the map, which usually indicates snow, but this is a tricky storm system because there is a layer of warm air up above our heads, and that's already causing some of the snow to melt and then refreeze into sleet. The next thing we have to watch is the rain line that comes north, because that will be freezing rain, and that may be where I'm seeing the pink on the map near St. Mary's City, maybe even near DC right now. We're certainly seeing it change to a rain around Ocean City, and so that's going to be the next line to watch, how far north that freezing rain can come, and at least there's indications that it may come all the way north into the Baltimore area. So the first thing I was watching was where that sleet was starting. So you see that line has moved all the way north. I'll show you, this is called the correlation coefficient. It's one of the many tools that we have with the radar. Now that the radar can show us a 3D image of the precipitation, or at least a 3D representation of it. And so I was watching this mixing line move all the way north. So that's where the sleet has made it north. So anywhere south of this is mainly sleet. That's important because it tells me that you're not going to see as much accumulate now that it has turned to sleet, because those ice pellets have a lot more liquid in them than snow does. Snow is really fluffy, especially this morning. It was so powdery when it was cold. Now that it's sleet, those ice pellets contain a lot more liquid in them, so they're not going to add up as fast, but they're still going to make things very slick. And then any snow that's on the ground, it's weighing it down. So actually, I went out and measured just over 6 inches of snow here at WBAL. I bet when I go outside, I'm only going to see about 5 inches of snow. That's how much the sleet is starting to weigh it down. But it's still coming down heavy, so it's still difficult to see on the roads, and it's still causing very icy surfaces. So again, the next thing we have to watch is this freezing rain that's going to make its way north. It may be above freezing just in Ocean City, but most other places are going to stay below freezing, and so that creates a situation where the rain falls onto a cold surface and still causes a glaze of ice. So I want to point out, though, up towards the north near Parkton and Shrewsbury, where this heavier precipitation is on the map, this is coming down as a heavy sleet, so that's kind of where the transition is happening. It's been a lot heavier. Even within the city, though, it's still coming down at a pretty good clip. And then that pink on the map tells me the warm air is getting even thicker above our heads. And so eventually it could be sleet mixed with rain, all freezing into ice on the surface, because the Futurecast shows temperatures should stay below freezing in most locations. We may see it get closer to the freezing mark in parts of Anne Arundel County on the eastern shore from east and south as well. So some areas may change more to a rain, but most other places are going to be below freezing in the 20s. And so even if it looks like it's raining, expect it to still be causing additional ice on top of maybe another inch or two of sleet. So whatever you have now, another inch or two of sleet could fall on top of that. There could be just a very thin layer of freezing rain, which would be more like a glaze. I'm calling it like, so you had the snow, so you had like, you know, really powdery, powdered sugar on your donut. Then you put sprinkles on top of that, which is the sleet, and then you put the glaze. So it's like they did it backwards. They're glazing the donut after we had the sugar and the sprinkles on it. That's what the weather is like today. And that glaze of ice is going to be really thin that comes with the freezing rain, but that can still cause a lot of problems, especially because it weighs down the snow that's already on the ground. So what I want to show you is that all this precipitation should taper off by about 9 o'clock in the Baltimore area. At that point, it's still snowing in western Maryland, but even behind this, where it looks like it's dry, there might be some freezing drizzle. So we just really are going to have to monitor this moment by moment, that even overnight, there could be a little bit more of precipitation that's accumulating into ice. So here's how the rest of your day goes. It's a heavy, icy precipitation falling for the next several hours, which is why maybe we end up with an inch or two of sleet on top of the snow that we've already had. So this is going to fall all the way through about 5 in the afternoon. By that point, there could be even more areas that have switched to maybe a little bit more of a liquid with the ice pellets, but we're still going to be below freezing at that point. But then all of this should taper off by about 9 o'clock tonight. I'll keep a 20% chance for that freezing drizzle even around 11 o'clock or midnight, but we're still below freezing then. Now, we will have a few stronger gusts that come in today. We're already feeling them now, some gusts close to 30 miles per hour. The winds will die down overnight, but then the second round of strong gusts will come in during the day tomorrow. Not only does that make it feel colder, but the problem is when the trees and the power lines are coated with snow and ice, a wind increases your risk of power outages. What happens is the snow and the ice coating the trees and the power lines, they get really rigid. And so once a wind comes, they have a hard time bending and giving, and that's when they break. So we'll be watching during the day today with the gusty winds, and then a second period of those gusty winds tomorrow, because with all the snow and ice and the cold temperatures, there's still going to be many surfaces that are coated through tomorrow. And so that second gust of winds that comes in midday and afternoon tomorrow could cause additional power outages. I want to point out the other secondary part of this is just how cold it's going to be for several days, which is why we're concerned about when are the kids going to go back to school, because it's going to be really hard to clear away all the snow and ice when the high temperatures are only in the 20s for the next few days, and then each night drops into the single digits. And then the long-term story for this will be our BGE bills. I don't even want to see it coming up. It's going to be so cold. And then, it's just so many people using the same amount of power at the same time. It can really put a tax on all our utilities.